Hello. We're here. We're hanging. Oh, excuse me. We're down here first. Here to say hi. But yeah, as you saw for a hot second, we'll be upstairs. We're decorating cakes today. I am gonna attempt to. I'm like practicing cake decorating today for my cousin Tina. She's always in the chat for her birthday because I'm gonna do her birthday cake in a couple weeks. And I don't want to fuck it up. So we're going to try a little bit today, see what happens. This is like, a proof of concept, a prototype, if you will. But yeah, so I will catch you upstairs in a minute. Okie dokie. BRB. Okay, I think we should be all right. Can I be heard? Maybe. Audio's coming out for me. Okay, great. What do you think of the fit today? I feel like I've been doing very much like Dark Academia October. I think I had another like vest, sweater vest thing with a shirt under it, and now I got another one. I guess it's just my look these days. But anyway, we are in my dining room today. I figured this might be a better setup for the decoration, for like the cake decorating process, I guess. Excuse me. I think, you know what I could do? Let me put my apron on. Yeah, I'll put my apron on. Oh, good. I'm glad, Sandy. Okay. I'm always, again, I am my own tech crew. I'm my own everything here. So sometimes I'm not sure. I want to put the mic down for a hot second. I think you should still be able to hear a little bit. Okay. And then let's put the apron on. Okay. And then I'll pin you guys right here. In this way. That'll do it. Okay. Let me pop chat out so I can see better because this bitch is blind. Oh man. All right, well, that's something. Alrighty. So, my cousin Tina, she's usually hanging out in the chat. I think she is probably busy today, so I don't know if she's watching or not, which maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But I said, you know what? Hey, I'd love to make your birthday cake because honestly, this is selfish reasons because I just love watching people make those like the vintage buttercream style cakes. I'll watch like whatever TikToks, shorts, reels, whatever, people just decorating them. And I'm like, I want to do something. And when I was younger, I used to bake a lot and I used to be more interested in like baking and making like fun treats and desserts or whatever, which is actually one of the reasons why I've really enjoyed doing these like baking streams or these cooking streams because it allows me to like do some of that again. But anyway, so my cousin is non-dairy. So I'm attempting to make her a non-dairy friendly cake. Luckily, I will say I had a lot of help because the cakes, which are already baked under here, they're from a box. Because listen, I want to do the decorating. I'm not trying to fuck up the decoration and the actual cake. At least if the cake's ugly, it'll still taste good. So these are right here. These are Duncan Hines German chocolate cake. And from the internet told me that Duncan Hines is typically dairy-free, or that there was like a list of them that were dairy-free, and Homegirl picked this cake, this flavor, so we're gonna try it. So I baked one box, and I have 2 cakes here. I will say, I already fucked up because I actually didn't put parchment paper underneath it, which was not smart because basically it was a little difficult to pull out, but I was able to do it. I did like grease it, which was good, but I did not put the paper in there. So when I actually do bake it, which I think will be in 2 weeks or so, I'll have to remember to do that. Okay. So And I think the thing too, so I baked 1 box for this like practice run, but I think I'm gonna bake 2 boxes so I can make the layers higher. And depending, I like have thoughts in my brain where I'm like, what should I do? I might even make it a multi-tiered, but no promises yet. But anyway, so I have my cakes here. I'm just gonna get right into it, pop them out. I'm making it look real easy right now. Okay. I think these are 8-inch rounds, but me, your girl, is gonna shave them down further. Let's get these out of the way. Okay, so I have a bowl here of some handy dandy tools that I'm gonna use today. And I brought out appliances, bro. Like, whew, we're going all out for this one. So I believe this is a 6-inch round, and ideally I would want to make them 6 inches. I think I'm gonna do a 6-inch, and we'll do 2 layers. I think that for the real cake, I might do like 2 layers with a 6-inch, and then maybe 1 little mini tier with a 4. I don't know. There's not gonna be that many people at this birthday event. It'll probably be like 10 to 12 or so. And I just we don't need to overload people with cake. I feel like I've gone to a lot of parties where there's like too much desserts, like between cakes and cookies and I don't know, like candy, snacks, treats, whatever. I'm like, this is too much for me specifically. So, and again, I know all the people going pretty much, and I don't think we need to overload just because there'll be other things to eat, things to do. There's going to be like drinking. So like, we'll be good. As far as I know, there's going to be lunch and cake for one of the days. We had no dinner plans, but okay. So I have this tool here, which is a cake leveler. So basically the little wire across it, you can change the height of it, and then you kind of just serrate it across your cake. So we'll see how that goes. Let me see. I'm going to kind of like loosely measure. I think we can go up 1. This is going to be a pretty, whatchamacallit, not super thick of a cake, which is fine. Let me see if I can go 2 up. Can I go 2 levels up? Who knows? Okay. What do we think? Like, will we make it across? I'm basically just going to see. I think that'll probably do it. I don't think we can go 1 more. Yeah, I think that's just about it. So the cake will be like 1 inch or so thick. And I don't know what's better sometimes where I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I cooked it in a smaller pan, because I have, or I can acquire pans that are like 6 inches themselves, but then they'll be thicker, which is, nice. But then it's like, well, I have to cut those because basically you want to make sure, obviously, that there's like frosting in between the layers, or in between the layers in a tier. But yeah, okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. Maybe that's why I'm like, okay, let me move some things out of the way. You know what we should have done? We probably shouldn't have taken them both out at the same time. That's probably what we should have not done. But alas, you live, you learn. This is what this stream is. It's practice for me. Like, what's that? Over there. Let me take a seat, maybe. You think that'll help? Okay. Let's see. Let me just hydrate very quickly. Let me hydrate with some water. And then dehydrate with some coffee really quickly. Dehydrate and caffeinate. Okay, so we're just gonna start like, I feel like this way feels easier to me. So I think I'm just gonna put it here and we're just gonna mosey our way on through. That's kind of scary. Fuck, I'm low-key afraid. Actually, not even low-key, like high-key. Damn, I'm afraid. So basically it's supposed to help you get an even layer because you're just like, sliding the wire through it. We'll see. Okay, we're making our way across. So, it looks all right. Okay. Besides the fact that my whole handprint is literally in here, we eye. Okay. Wow. Hey, not too shabby. I will say it took off a good amount on the top though, which is kind of a bummer because it's like a waste of cake. Waste for like the look of it, not waste in general because obviously you can eat it. But yeah, that's something. Okay. I'll put that little top dome in this little pan here. I will say I fucked up a little bit on one side. But, okay. So, but I mean, not too shabby. I'm gonna try to move you guys a little closer. My table is just kind of wide. I think that might be the closest I can get without losing everything. Okay, sure. Sure. All right, cool. That's one. Let's get the other done. Okay. I'm like kind of, you know, proud of that. All right, and I was like one step, but all right, cool. Because I've seen people who are able to like cut it with, you know, no extra tool with just like a serrated knife. And I'm like, damn, that's skill. I ain't got that. Okay, great. And on to the next one. I guess we'll just do the same thing. I just want to use the two handles, make sure the bottom is like the little pegs at the bottom are touching my cutting board, and just mosey my way on through. Oh my God. It's like that first line of penetration through the like the little the part that's a little crusted over, like from the sides and stuff. That's the part where like here. Oh shit, now my hair falling forward. Okay. So oh shit, I can see part of it breaking a little bit, okay. But I will say this was, the integrity of the cake had been compromised because your girl, me, again, because I was struggling trying to get the cake out of the pan, I did have to pull at it a little bit. And I feel like some of the integrity of the cake was lost as I manhandled it. Okay. So kind of just like guiding it through because it's a little, and we're looking a little rough on this one, not gonna lie. But we also have our secondary dome off. Okay. Again, it's a little, there's a bit of breakage on the inside here, but we're gonna cover that shit up with frosting and call it, you know, good. I'm gonna just try to even some of it out. All right. And also, it might not even be there when we use the other cutter too. And you know what? Your girl hasn't even tasted the cake yet, so let me do that. It's good. Light chocolatey. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. I will say, the only thing I wonder, I feel like it's very soft, which, you know, is like good, but I'm like, is it too soft? Will it break? I don't know. And I think the other thing not worry about, but it's more like, so I used milk in this cake, like non-dairy milk instead of the water, which you asked for. Where I'm like, how did that change the texture? I don't know. So maybe for the next cake, like when I asked you the real thing, maybe I should just use the water. I don't know. Like, should I not be fucking up the recipe as it's like stated? I don't know. And then I'm like, does almond milk versus can I speak? Does almond milk versus oat milk make a difference versus like the water? Or sometimes people will use like butter. I would use vegan butter instead of whatever oil or whatever else it calls for. I don't know. So the other thing I want to do, and I have a 6-inch round here, and I'm just gonna cut into the cake, and we'll make it that way. So then there's also no like of the crispy edges that won't be in there either. And again, this cake is a little, you know, it's kind of falling apart on the side a little bit. So I'm gonna try to avoid that in my circle. And we're just gonna cut through. Okay. Great. Lots of extra cake. So when I baked it yesterday, my dad saw it when he came home and was like, ooh, and he was ready to cut into it. And I was like, absolutely not, sir. But he'll have plenty of cake when he comes home now. Then we'll do the same here. Perfect. Look at that. But yeah, so I think now that I'm seeing how much cake one box makes when it comes to 6 inches, like this is gonna basically change maybe what I do for when I actually cook it. Because I feel like there's like basically a whole cake in here and just leftovers and cut-offs. Just like, you know, a waste for the cake. So I also have some little index cards here in a pen so I can write down notes. So as much as this is like a stream for content, for fun, blah, 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 it's like, nah, we're doing a scientific experiment here, okay? So let me already think that down. Let me think about it and write some stuff down. Because I think the first note I want to make is that maybe I should be using, maybe I'll use 6-inch pans. So then we can get them to be thicker. So maybe we can even do like 4 layers, or so it'd be 4 layers potentially from one cake mix. And then maybe, I think I would do maybe like 2 layers. Because in my head, I have other cutters that are like, I think they're 4 inches. So I think it'd be nice to do like, I don't know, 3-ish layers of maybe of a 6-inch, and then 2 layers of like or two layers of a 4-inch to make a second tier or something is what I think. Maybe I should write that down. So, because I could also cook in like a sheet pan or something. Like if I could cook all the cakes in a sheet pan instead. Maybe we'll try that. Yeah, I'll write that down instead. So maybe we can do 2 sheet pans, and then we can try to do 3 6-inch rounds, and then like 2 or 3 4-inch to do a tier, or when I actually build the cake, I think. In my head, I hope that works, but we'll see how it looks. All right, see, that's first note. Great job, everyone. Okay, so now that I have my 2 tiers, again, see, super small cake here, just like to see what it looks like, you know, just again, concept-wise, I don't know, but this is where I'm like, we have so much extra cake that I wish we were using, but alas, that's how it goes sometimes. So it'd be something like this, right? Just a little mini baby cake. Or maybe I wonder, hold on. The ideas are coming in. What if we cut small little layers out of those domes that we have? There's a lot of cake cutoffs, man. Maybe we can make cake pops or something with it. Or I wonder too, you know, people will use like Rice Krispie treats to like Rice Krispie treats and fondant to make like little figurines and stuff. I wonder if we could do that with the cake, like, and make it like a cake pop with like, mix it with frosting and then mold that. I don't know. I'm just gonna see if I have a cake cutter, cookie cutter. Let me see. I think I do. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of other rings here of different shapes and sizes. So I think that like this one would be perfect, which I think this is a 4. What do you guys think, a 4? Maybe, right? Because then I could also like, theoretically, again, this is practice, proof of concept, ideating. Okay, ideation, whatever. I grabbed my output of this. Now I'm really wishing I didn't just eat the top of it, but alas, what's done is done. And if we like did one of these, the thickness is a little weird, but like, you know, not the point. Same thing with this one. Cutting another one. Again, we have a whole like cake's worth of cutoffs. Yeah, this one, like this one right here, the thickness all around is like pretty good. This one, not so much. It's like super thick on one end and then really thin on the other. But you know, we are doing what we're doing. Okay, great. Love that. As you can see, all the shit is mad crummy. And you know what that means. We're gonna have to do a crumb coat. Okay. What is the best method for me not to make a big mess, a bigger mess? Good question, Nels. Let's see. Okay, I think we should be done with the cutters. We can probably put these aside. Okay. Let us take our cakes. We'll put them into an extra pan over here with the other cakes. I'm like worried about the little baby ones, but that's okay. Okay, let me clear off all of these crummies. Okay. And then we can start mixing some frosting, icing, buttercream. I don't know. That's the part where I have no idea what to do. I'll be honest. That's all coming from like we'll see what happens. We'll brush all these crumbs in here. I mean, honestly, I don't even think we need this cutting board anymore. All right. Maybe we should move all this out of the way. We'll bring out the stand mixer, start mixing some buttercream, and we'll see what be happening. Okay. So I'm gonna grab some vegan plant butter and see what happens. I don't know what the best like vegan butter to get is for icing or for frosting rather. So I just have this one, just Country Crock. I don't know. This is what was just in the store. So maybe I'll get a different brand like for when I make the real cake. But for now, that's what I got. So we're gonna roll with it. Okay. I'm like nervous. Let's see. Let's pull out the stand mixer. Okay, we're gonna pull up the appliances. You know it's a big day. Oh God, it's heavy. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna plug her in. Okay. Okay. We have my little stand mixer here. I will say she doesn't get enough use because she's usually in the basement because there's nowhere to put her in my kitchen. But you know, it be what it be. I think it's like I don't know how big it is, but it's not like the big one. But you know, it doesn't really matter for what we're doing today. I'm going to use the whisk attachment. If I could just make sure that it stays up. Well, her like little springs need to be cleaned. Anyway, not me just realizing I'm like, wow, she needs to be cleaned badly. Okay. So I don't think it's to anybody's surprise, but a typical classic American buttercream is literally butter and sugar. So what do I have here? Butter, but again, we're making this non-dairy, so vegan butter and powdered sugar. I will say, with powdered sugar for icing for buttercream, you should sift it, but like, you know, your girl be lazy, so I don't know about that. And again, a typical ratio too of like, ouch. Damn, that's crazy. Again, you can tell how heavy it is, but the whole thing just fell and everything just like shook here. Okay, so I actually have a little kitchen scale here. I'm trying to see what. Okay, so I have a little kitchen scale here too. And again, what I was saying is that the ratio between butter to powdered sugar is usually 2 to 1. So 2 sugar, 1 butter. So we'll see if that works. I'm gonna try that. If my scale would turn on. It's crazy. I just changed the batteries this morning and it worked fine. Probably should not be manhandling a kitchen scale this way either, but you know. Hello? That's annoying. What the fuck, fam? I'll try that one more time. If not, we'll just have to do it by regular measurements instead. We can do it cup to a cup type of thing. But weird. There we go. There we go. I think we got something. Something's happening. Okay, great. If it wanted to go. Okay, we have it zeroed out. We have it on grams. Idea is that I'm going to put a piece of wax paper onto the scale, which really won't weigh anything. We're gonna plop some butter onto here, and then we're going to put some of the sugar in an actual like vessel in a cup or something, and then we'll have it, you know, be a 2 to 1 ratio. What that 2 to 1 ratio is gonna look like, I'm not really sure yet. Let's do. Because basically what I want to do for a buttercream is I want to a vanilla buttercream in general, but I want to do the crumb coat, just kind of keep it white as a white vanilla buttercream. And then I think I'm going to dye the actual outside look of it. And then I think I would like to try to do a little bit of an Oreo crumble filling with the frosting, like an Oreo frosting in the center of the layers. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, fam. We're testing shit out. But at the end of the day, I'm like, should I just use all of it? Should I use all of it and just make what's in here? I guess I could do that. This is, am I blind? This is 397 grams. So this is about 400. So should I do 400 to 800? Should I just call it a day? I guess I'm debating whether or not I should actually measure it or just like plop it in, you know? And I'm kind of on the like, let's just plop the shit in. So yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. Fuck it, fuck it. But the other thing too is that I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla, and I'm thinking of adding potentially a little bit of coconut milk too. That's what things on the internet have said. I don't know, we'll see. And we're all here to test shit out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna just say fuck it. Hello. I'm gonna say fuck it. And we're gonna put about 400 grams of butter in here, and then we'll measure the sugar. Let me see. I have a little mini spatula to help us get it all out. I don't think we need butter for anything else, right? Especially not dairy butter. Okay. We're gonna whip this baby. Okay. Right out of here. And I guess, yeah, it's weird too, because the store I went to didn't have any like sticks either. It only had it in like a tub. At least not of any, again, vegan, non-dairy butter. So I don't know. So I may have to peruse some other grocery stores in my area. Yo, this spatula is so bettery. How did that eyelash get there? What the hell? Okay. All right. I think I've scraped out as much butter from here as I possibly can. Ooh, Sandy Girl, you have an interview today. That's right. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully you'll be able to join us back when you're done and let us know how it went, okay? We would love to hear. Okay, so I believe an ad may be coming soon. So I'm basically gonna just whip this for a little bit. Okay. Let's start whipping this butter. All right. Gonna lock this in. Let her whip. And then, while that whips, we'll have to measure. Oh no, not my scale being annoying again. But while the butter whips, we'll measure the sugar. Am I putting this in right? Yeah, so as we whip the butter, it's gonna become a lot more pale, which is what we want. I definitely think the scale is low-key a little broken. No, I don't want it to untear. I don't want it to tear at -15. Okay, perfect. We're at 0 again. We're gonna try to hit it. Okay, we'll tear this. Hello? Okay. So this was about 400. So we're going to do 800-ish. I'm using the term ish because I don't know how. I don't know if we want to do a direct 2-to-1 or like again, 2-to-1-ish. That means I will probably need more access. Let me open this a little more. Okay. Let's go for 800. That's probably going to be a crap ton of sugar, but that's a buttercream for you. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So we're at about 100 right now. Okay. This has 93. Oh, perfect. About 100. So that'd be what? So 100 grams is a cup. So we'll do 4 cups. Right? Does that sound right? Does that sound right to you guys? I think so. Okay. Let's see how this butter is doing. It's doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something. Okay. But yeah, you can definitely see that it's gotten more pale. I will say what worries me a little bit about doing a non-dairy buttercream is that of how it will stiffen. I guess that's kind of my biggest issue or my biggest worry or whatever, which is why I think that we might add some full fat coconut milk, and we'll just add the fat part of it to make it, you know, a little stiffer. All right, we'll start adding in some sugar. That's 1 cup. Okay. And we'll just keep adding as we go. Okay. Or we could just make a big mess too. It's all good. Come on. Come on, sugar. Sugar. Do, 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 do. Come on. Alrighty, we have another cup. And let's start mixing that to see what happens. Oh yeah, she's working, twerking in there. Oh yeah, okay, we're definitely getting thick. Okay. Again, I would say the typical, what you're supposed to do is sift all this to make sure you don't get anything grainy or clumpy, but you know, we're lazy today. We're a little lazy. Okay. And then we'll do, I guess we'll do the full 2-to-1. I just don't know if it's going to be too sweet. That's my biggest issue. Actually, I lied. It's a little less than 2-to-1 ratio. So a little less than 800 in here. Okay. Oh yeah, she's definitely a lot thicker now. The butter was looking... Okay. The butter was looking really like thin, but we're looking a little thicker now. We're also looking a lot messier here now. But, you know, all of it is good and fine. Let me give everything a quick wipe down. I just hate having a messy surface when I'm doing anything. Okay. There's just so much powdered sugar everywhere, fam. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I moved my garbage can over here, so it would be easier. Yet, is it really easy if I keep walking to where I think it's supposed to be? Okay. Let's move you closer to me. Okay. Okay. Oh, she heavy. Okay. I want to lift this up, scrape the sides as you do. And then we'll add a little bit of vanilla in here. And we'll see if we need to add a little bit of coconut milk. I kind of want to, just to see, you know. Should we just do it to see? I'm gonna use a little butter tub as my placeholder for my spatula. Okay, back in we go. Lock her up. Lock her up. And we'll start blending, mixing, whisking away. We gotta whip some air into her. So we're gonna turn her up to, I don't know, 6, 8-ish. And then add a little bit of vanilla. I don't know, like a teaspoon or so. Maybe a little more. Okay. I don't know, eyeball method. I don't know if we're supposed to do that. Okay. Oh yeah, as we turned it up, we're definitely getting a lot more air. Which is what we needed. We needed that air. She looking good. Okay, let me slow her down so I can, again, we'll wipe down the sides. Make sure we get everything nice and good in here. Let me take the top off and just hit it like that. Helps all of our mixture get off of our attachment. And we'll put everything down again. Nice, but I'll show you what it looks like so far. It's definitely looking nice. A lot of volume, which is what we want. I wasn't sure because I was a little worried. I'll show you guys. She's nice. I gotta give her a taste too. Oh, she's very sweet, which is what I thought would happen. Okay, so I definitely think that the 2-to-1 is not good. It's very sweet. And I don't really have any more, like, I don't have any non-dairy butter, but oh, it's very sweet. I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like that. Okay. Now we know a 2-to-1 is a terrible ratio. Ugh. She's so sweet. Okay, you know what we're gonna do too? We're gonna add some of that coconut milk in just to, not only to potentially add some more fluff to it, but also it might ease the flavor a little bit. So we're gonna add some coconut milk. I don't think it's like a whole tin's worth or anything, but like you need to do something to it. Why is this not? There we go. Alrighty. All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna add a bit of that. I don't know if it'll add any coconut flavor or anything, but like we need to do something about the sweetness. Doesn't even matter. And again, now I know for next time. Perfect. Okay. Back in we go, lock it tight, and back to the whipping. I don't know. See, this is why I don't always be following recipes and shit, because 2-to-1 for the sugar to butter was way too much. And I should have just did it by the taste test. Try a little bit, give it a taste, and if it needs more sugar, add more sugar. If it needs more butter, add more butter. So, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, but yet I didn't do it. Come on, girl. Okay, oh yeah, we're gonna turn it up high. Let's turn it up. All right, I will say it doesn't look like it's gotten any like flat or anything, which is good. So it still has like air to it. I think another good thing too. Oh shit. I don't think I locked my bowl in tight. There we go. Another thing you could do too is also just if you put it in the fridge and stuff, let it kind of harden up so it's not as like warm or soft. That'll obviously add some more like it'll make it a little thicker, a little easier to like actually shape so it doesn't melt. And also if you want to do like drippy stuff too, you can usually use buttercream and just kind of put it in the microwave, warm it up so it becomes a little more watery. So then you can make it drip along the sides and stuff. Will I do that? I don't know. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Again, very thick. We like that. We like a thick mix. Okay. Okay. Let me pull her up again. Okay. Oops. Let me give that a taste too. You can definitely taste a little bit of coconut, but I will say it's definitely better than it being extremely sweet. So I'm satisfied. Wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm satisfied. I wonder if we should add more butter though. I might have to make this this non-dairy buttercream dairied, just because I fucked up on the ratio. Girl, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Let me see if I have any. If I have any shortening. Yeah, we'll try a little bit of shortening into it. I don't know if that'll do anything, but we'll see. Again, it's way too sweet. We're gonna throw this in here as well, I will say. I wish it was room temp, but it's not. So we'll try to do that. I wanna give it a quick little microwave, and then I'll put it in here too. I just think it's way too sweet. I'm so mad. I don't know why I didn't trust my instincts, man. So this shortening I've had. So shortening is also like non-dairy. It's usually all like vegetable oil stuff, whatever. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'm just mad that it's so sweet. Ugh. So let me write that down as one of my notes here too for when I really make it. Taste, test, buttercream before adding too much sugar. Because what the fuck, fam? I'm not happy about that. And it's like, it's fine, but I don't find it like enjoyable personally, you know? That's my biggest issue. And you know, I come from an Asian household where you know that like a compliment is like, oh, it's not too sweet. And literally I was telling my mom, I was like making a cake. She was like, oh, are you gonna make it so it's not too sweet? Like it's gonna be good, right? It's like, at this point, no. Okay, we're gonna cut this up and drop it in. And honestly, the main purpose of this trial was more so the decorating than like the recipe stuff. But like, well, now I know. Now I know. Okay. We're cutting the shortening into smaller pieces and we can throw it right in here and we'll see how that changes the taste and texture, I guess, but mostly the taste. Mostly the taste. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Put the bowl in. We're going to make sure it's actually locked in. Okay, we're going to lock her in there too, and we'll start whipping again. All right, we're going. We're on. We're gonna whip her up to, I think, a 6, 7 right here it is. Maybe 8, I don't know. But I don't want to over whip her either, so we're gonna find that balance. I don't know what the heck that balance is. What up, Notorious Pizza? How you been? I will say the baking was done yesterday, but now we're just doing a lot of the decorating or making icing and stuff. We're going to see how that goes. We're recipe testing, which was not something I wanted to do today, but alas, I fucked up because you know what? Ugh. My buttercream that I'm making is a little too sweet because I tried to follow a recipe that said it was a 2-to-1 ratio from sugar to like butter, but alas, that shit was way too sweet. So we're kind of shooting the shit and just figuring out what we should add to it to make it not so sweet. I just feel like when it's too sweet, it's not like it just doesn't taste good in the sense of where it's like, oh, it makes you not want to have more. It's like not an enjoyable time, and for me anyway. So I think it's still pretty sweet, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the best, but it's not the worst. So this is all a test, like a trial run, which is I'm glad that we're doing a trial run for when I bake my cousin Tina and her cake in a couple weeks. Okay, so this is why we needed this, you know, so it's a good thing we did this. But I think we're good on the buttercream. As you can see, that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to grab a bigger spatula. Move this out of the way. Okay. Oh, that's why she's heavy. I just moved the whole table. All right. And now we have a nice tall spatula. Oh, yeah. I mean, she looks pretty good, though. Not going to lie. I will say, not too lumpy, a little bit here and there, but I've also added ingredients at random times, too. Like when I tried to add in, with the vegan butter, I added a little bit of coconut milk, and then I added some shortening to it. Like, I think that not everything had the same amount of time to, like, be mixed, you know? So she might be a little clumpy is what I'm worried about. But it doesn't feel too bad when I put my finger on it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna give it a fold, I think, too, mainly because I've had some little licks. I've had some licks and they've been very sweet, and some licks have not been. So that's why maybe I feel like the shortening we added wasn't completely incorporated, like dispersed well. Nice consistency, thank you. I was afraid there wouldn't be enough, but I'm not making a big crazy cake, at least not like for this practice trial run, you know? So I think we'll have enough for what we're looking for. Okay, so what to do next? I literally also made a little sticky note in case I forgot, or a little index card of what I want to do. I leveled and cut the cakes. I made the buttercream. Okay, so now we're gonna have to divide it into some little bowls here. One, I wanted to do it with some Oreos, because I think my idea is that I'll do one cake with an Oreo frosting on the inside, like between the layers, and then I'll do like the regular frosting on the outside and stuff. I do wonder, is there not enough flavor in here? I mean, it's fine. That part was really sweet. But anyway, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to plop some of the buttercream into this bowl here. And the cakes aren't very big. I only need 2 layers of the Oreo icing, or the Oreo frosting rather. So I don't think I need to go crazy with it. I need enough to fill 2 layers, and then enough to do a crumb coat and enough to do the topping. And the cakes are only this big. So I have 1 layer here and then 1 underneath it. I think that's like probably gonna be too much anyway. But what I also need to do while I set my frosting aside here is I gotta crumble up some Oreos. So let's open these. Sounds amazing. I hope it's gonna be amazing. I will say, so the cake is a box mix, mainly because I wasn't trying to, you know, fuck up the cake if I made it from scratch, and the frosting and stuff too. Like I really want to decorate it. So I feel like if anything, if the cake tastes like shit, that's not my fault. It's the manufacturer's fault, you know? Are those OG? The Oreos? Or wait, what exactly? These are definitely real Oreos. We're not doing no fake cookies and cream. I can't believe people like the double stuffed ones. Do you like those ones? Bruh, there's fucking mega stuffed ones now, which is like asinine to me. When I was a child, I would have liked double stuffed because I loved the cream in the Oreos. But as an adult, I'm okay. I think that the ratio for regular Oreo is great, but I can even do the thins now. Like, call me crazy, call me controversial, but I can even do the thins. But I will say, what I think the thing about Oreo that I think is kind of like, you know, pack it up is that they do all these different crazy flavors and stuff, and none of them are like that good, I don't think. Like, so there's like a Java chip one, which I think would be good because I love, like, coffee Oreo is my favorite ice cream, I think, these days. Like, that's my favorite, coffee Oreo. Oh God, and now I'm saying, I'm like, oh my God, I think this is like the last weekend where some of the little local ice cream shops are gonna close, or like maybe up until Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm like, fuck, should I get me a pints before they all like disappear? But anyway, there's a Java chip Oreo, and it's like, it sounds like it should be good because like the cream on the inside is, you know, whatever espresso, whatever coffee flavored, but it just tastes so fucking fake, or it's just like, it's not good. But anyway, back to what we were doing. So I have a little mini chopper here. I would probably use an actual food processor. Like, I'll probably use a food processor when it comes to me doing the real cake, the actual bigger size cake. But I already pulled out my KitchenAid, my stand mixer. I was not trying to pull out a whole ass another appliance today too. So we're doing the mini chopper, smaller dishes to wash. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Canada, so there's less flavors. Oh, there's so many here. And again, sometimes you just don't need to mess with perfection, you know? So I'm gonna just grab, I don't know how many, what should you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6 at a time, just because this is a mini chopper, so like a mini baby. So we'll see how much it can do. Let's go. Oh, should probably plug her in. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Okay. Oh, she tiny, all right. Her cord is very tiny. She's a short girl, okay? So, scared me, didn't realize it was pushed on. That just scared me. Okay, so we'll move this out of the way for now. We'll have her a little front and center. Oh, okay. And then we'll turn her on high. Okay, we're crumbling. Oh yeah, those crumbs look great. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, you know what we need to do? Let's get a little bowl for just crumbs, because I think it'd be really nice if you did crumbs on the bottom. Also, it might just like cover up any ugly mistakes. So we'll do that too. So we'll just add a bunch of crumbs in this little bowl as we crumble more. That was 6, we'll do another 6. 4, 5, 6, perfect. Okay, not too bad. Okay, this worked out pretty well. I wasn't sure because, again, it's like a small chopper, if it would, like, you know, work all right, but it's doing a great job. Good job, little baby. Okay, so then I'm gonna put the crumbs into my other bowl here of the buttercream. I'm gonna guesstimate, I have no idea. I'm just gonna start somewhere. Okay, and so this is what also worries me about, again, having the frosting be a little too sweet right now, is that basically, you know, the Oreos are already sweet as they are too, so it's just like, is it too much? It's probably a little too much for me, but it's okay. We live, we learn. We live, we learn. Let me pull out. This time we'll just fold the crumbs in. We're gonna fold the crumbs in before they all fall out of the bowl. But it's already looking pretty damn good. Damn, like look at that. So this is basically where I'm just going to kind of guesstimate and see what it looks like if it needs more, which I think it might need a bit more. But let me do a bit more folding and we'll see. Because I don't want it to be, you know, too crazy. We're doing things modestly here, okay? Everything in moderation. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. I think I could use a little more. I will say, because I added a little bit of coconut milk, and you can taste it a little bit. Which I say again, this is why you can't trust recipes all the time. I guess that's why you have to recipe test in addition to like testing recipes. You gotta do your own thing sometimes. I just want to find recipes that are perfect, okay? Perfect for me. Okay. We're looking pretty good, I think. Okay. I like that. I think that's better. Great. So now we have the Oreo one, and we'll set these Oreo crumbs aside. I think it could look really nice on the top in the center, or also just like along the bottom or something. Decorative. We'll leave this over here. You can grab the mini chopper out of the way. She did a great job. Like, I might not even need to pull out the real food processor when it comes to baking the real cake. And I'll be sure to take pictures of it if it looks cute, and then I can share it on stream another day. Okay, so now let's pull out things here. Okay, we're getting messy, and I don't like that. All right, you gotta tidy up. I don't like it when my working station is messy. That shit don't fly here, okay? And I've got powdered sugar, Oreo crumbs, cake crumbs. It's crummy. Crumb City over here. Let me wipe some things down. And I have my turntable here, which will help us obviously decorate things. I don't have a cake board, unfortunately, but you know, whatever. It'd be what it'd be. For when I make the real one, I'll get one. But right now I don't have one. That's okay. What's going to do it directly on here, I think. Or I could put a piece of parchment paper on here just so it doesn't stain any of the actual turntable. Maybe I'll do that. Let's get some parchment. I can't do shit if things are messy. Yeah, no, I hate it. I told this story before, I think on stream, but I've struggled. So one of the jobs I've had is that I worked in a kitchen, right? Like I was a line cook, okay? Which I don't think I come off as someone who would be a line cook, but I was one at one point. And basically, I worked on the grill, like a flat top grill, and I always hated it when my spatulas were wet. And it didn't happen that often if I was like on my own grill, but every once in a while it'd be like someone was like, oh, flip these pancakes or blah, 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 right? Just like helping out, which is great. We love it when people help out. But if you touch my spatula, so if it was something like this, if you touch my spatula with your wet hand, then I go to touch it, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I stop functioning because I'm like this. I don't know what to do. I don't like that. And same thing when there was no paper towels, like at the little the hand washing sink, where if there was no paper towels for me to like dry my hands off, or all the rags that were in the area, you know, whatever, were damp, I was like, I need dry hands. I can't. And I was like the only person who like was really bothered by that. And there was one great guy who worked there. It was actually a diner that had an apple orchard there too. So he worked in the apple orchard. He like helped make the donuts. He worked in the kitchen. He did a lot of just like general upkeep of the place too. Honestly, he was probably the owner's like mule. Unfortunately, he did so much for that guy. But anyway, he always knew how much I hated when there was no paper towel. So if he noticed it, he would always change it for me. Because all the other like people there, whether it was the other kitchen staff or even the servers, I ended up serving eventually. After when I was working there, like, I worked in the kitchen before I went to serve, and that was my first serving job. But basically, no one else gave a shit, but I always gave a shit. And even when I was a server too, I'd come back to like wash my hands or something like that. And when there was no paper towels, he would know that it would bother me. And so he was like, "Oh, I'll change them for you right now." And he was great guy. Wherever you are, Roberto. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess I'll cut the edges to make it a little more even to the circle here. Nothing crazy, but, and then I'll use a little bit of the white frosting to just make it stick so it doesn't move. I just don't want to put it, I just don't want to put the chocolate cake and like frosting and stuff directly on here if it's not, in case it like stains it, you know? I don't know. I don't know what else you're supposed to use these turntables for, but I think they work really well for like center of the table stuff where it's like, you know, if you ever go to get like a pho or anything at like a Vietnamese restaurant or whatever, they'll have some type of turntable that has like all the sauces and stuff. So that really works well in my household too, where it's like, oh, who wants the hoisin sauce? Who needs the sriracha? Who needs whatever? And you just kind of, me, you know? So I just don't want it being all crusty and stuff. Okay, so we have this here. Oh, much better. Again, I'll put a little bit, I think, on the bottom or maybe the four corners. What do we think? Just like, I need a little pat. Just a pat, and at least it's white. That works. And we'll stick her on. Just so she doesn't move. Okay, great. Great. Okay. All right, see, this is the part where I was most excited for, like to actually do any like the cake, like putting it together, I guess, but also like in like decorating it. But I'm also like the most nervous for it. So here's what we have. What do we have? Okay. I have a separate little plate here so we can move some things out of the way. Okay. So we have 2 6-inch rounds, I believe, here. Then we have 2 4-inch rounds here. And we're gonna figure out how to combine them all and make them look fabulous. Okay. I have like so much little random stuff from like, I don't know if I need any of this. Okay, I'll move this back here so you can see it better. Didn't realize what the frame looked like. Okay. I'm really mad too. So this is like a regular spatula, but I have an offset one somewhere, I thought. And it has a pink handle, but I just don't know where it is. So I'm kind of annoyed with that. Anyway, I'll have to find one before, you know, before I make my real cake. Anyway, so what the plan is right now is we're going to use a pastry bag. We're getting very professional here. And we're going to use, if I could find it, I know I have a tip here somewhere. I'm going to use a big fat tip here. This is a, I don't know, I can't see any of the numbers on here. Oh, this is a 1A tip in here. And we'll put it in here. We'll do a little bit of just the plain white on here. Because what I think we're going to do, I'm afraid now, actually. I'm like, should we? Like, should I just put the Oreo in here or should I do the border? You know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe the border is not fun. And we want to have fun. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, all right. I came up with the plan. We'll just do the Oreo on the center. Then we'll do plain white as a crumb coat, and then I'm going to dye it a couple different colors for the outside. Again, the cake isn't going to be very tall, but like, you know, we're going to do our best. And I really wish, I'm sure that I don't have a coupler. I knew I had one at one point in my life, but I just don't know where it is anymore. And basically what a coupler is when it comes to like cake decorating and like doing icing or frosting stuff is that basically the way I put a tip in here, right? I put the tip in here and, you know, you put the frosting in here. So obviously you can, you know, frost and do your thing. But if I wanted to say put green frosting in here and use this tip, the tip is already in the bag. And so if I wanted to use green frosting with a different tip, I'd have to like do a whole new bag of green or vice versa, or it'd just be messy and kind of annoying. And a coupler allows you to basically change tips without having to change the bag or anything, which would be really nice. But alas, we are not there. And I also need to cut it a bit more. Okay. Okay, I think that's better. Perfect, that's much better. So we'll do the Oreo frosting in here. I might have to hit up one of my cousins, where I know she loves cake and she likes sweets. So I might have to call her out to be like, girl, I got something for you. Okay, we'll plop that in here. Another great way to do this too, if you can't just like hold it and do it, is if you use a glass for the assistance, or if you have someone else there to like hold it for you. That's cool too. But I'm a one-woman show a lot of the time. Okay, and then I think we can do maybe like one more scoop. I definitely don't even need this much, but okay, perfect. Yay! So she's in here. We'll squeeze her down until perfect. And give her a twist up top, and then we'll just we'll give her a nice circular swirly swirl in here. Okay. Oh, maybe we did need more. Okay. So I guess we do need a little more, but I always I don't want to overfill it, because when you there's no room to twist, Yeah. So I think that'll be good for this one, and I'll just smooth it out very quickly, and then we'll do the mini one. Okay. Okay, gonna try to get as much as we can. Perfect. Then I will use this little spatula to smooth everything out. Okay, cute. And we definitely need a crumb crow, because look how there's already crumbs falling off everywhere. Okay. So sometimes you really need to do a thick layer, just so when you're smoothing shit out, it doesn't pick up the cake. Which I think we're doing okay here. I think I could have done better, but it's all right. She aight. Okay. Nice. I think I might do just a bit thicker in some places, because I can see it not being even, and it's driving me up a wall. Okay. All right. So I think that'll be good. Perfect. All right, and then we'll do, okay. And then what we'll do here is we're gonna put our second layer on top. So we're gonna flip it upside down, so the flattest part is on top, like this. And just some cake jargon lingo for you. So right here we have a tier that's made up of 2 layers, and then this is another tier that'll be made up with 2 layers. I think that sometimes people confuse layers for tiers. If you say you wanted a 2-tier cake, they're gonna do some places will do whatever, 1 tier is 4 layers, and then another tier is another 4 layers. So sometimes you might get confused with we can only make it in a certain size, because it's whatever 2 tiers is, I don't know, 8 layers of cake or something, and you might think it's too much, but you might be confusing tiers for just layers. Because you could do a one tier cake that maybe has 3 layers instead of, whatever. Okay, so how should we do this? All right. What should we do? Maybe we should set this aside is what we should do. And I'll take this little baby over here. So this is the cake that I've mentioned that's a little sloped because I cut it off the dome. So I feel like maybe we should try to even it out, even if it's just a little thin baby. I'm not good at this at all, so I'm a little worried. But I'll try my best just to use this serrated knife that I have. It's not even like a real serrated knife. It's just a knife that has serrations on it, you know? Like I would not be trying to cut no bread with this knife. Okay. But it's just like this layer is just so sloped where you can really see a big difference from one side to the other. So even if it's a little different, I don't mind. I just want to even it out a bit. And as you can see, there's a million crumbs coming down here. So we'll keep those aside while we do the insides here. So I'm going to put my little thin layer on the top, but I'll put my thick one on the bottom here. And I'll do the same thing we just did. We'll take our Oreo filling frosting. We'll do a nice big swirl on the outside. Nice. Okay. And then we'll use our spatula to smooth it out. I would say this is not a turntable, but the way this little metal tray thingy that I have is dented, it definitely gives me the ability to spin it around without any trouble. Okay, and this will be our second baby tier. And now I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, should I make lunchbox cakes? Because you know, that was like a popular thing for a while. People were doing those little mini cakes. I'm like, oh my God, because I found all those like circular cookie cutters, I'm like, I can make a ton of different shapes. I can make whatever size you want. You want a little baby cake, like a 3-inch cake? I got you. So this will be the bottom layer of our top tier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use to top it off with the one that has the part that was the top, the dome part on my other cake here, just because I think it's less crummy than the cut side. Yeah, so I have both of the tiers are the top of the cake from when it came out of the oven. The tops and the bottoms are what we want to be showing, just because they're less crummy than the cut parts. All right, look at that. It looks like a big whoopie pie. And then, okay, we can move back to this one, our main. Okay, so what I think we're gonna do now is let me, I think for the crumb coat, I'm going to use the same tip that I was using, which is the 1A. I'm gonna just clear it out here. What just came out of here? Oh, crazy. Didn't even notice it. There was a big ass chunk of Oreo was in here, but I didn't even see that. Wow. I was like, what is clogging this up? And we didn't even have that much Oreo frosting left over. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna cut this out of here and then give the tip a rinse, and I will be right back. And then we can basically start our crumb coat. I'm gonna take this and take this, give everything a little rinsity rinse. Okay. We're doing something, but yeah, this is why I definitely know that I want to do, I gotta do 2 boxes of cake for the cake. I gotta do 2 boxes of cake mix. I was losing my words there, just so I can make a tall cake. But I think, again, I was writing this down in my notes. I'm gonna have to do things a little differently, or like, you know, what exactly I wanna do to make sure I don't forget. Like one of them being, make it out of sheet cakes. Like I'll bake 2 big sheet cakes and cut the circles out of there. So hopefully I can save as much cake as possible. And maybe I can do more layers, more than 2 layers, like 3 or 4, hopefully, maybe. I think so. I think we'll be able to do it. Okay. Everything is sticky. Okay. Everything is sticky and everything's wet over here by the sink. And now my hands are sticky with frosting. I apologize, you're looking at just my empty dining room. But let me wipe some stuff down. Okay. So spatula is wiped. My hands are wet. We don't like that at all. I already told the story. We don't freaking like shit being a mess. We don't like it when things are wet when they should not be. And then let me grab that piping tip. It's like stuck in this baggie. What the heck? Come on. Come on. Cut out. Don't be a little bitch. There we go. I got it, guys. I know you were wondering. Gross. I had to like literally bite the plastic out. There we go. I'm gonna wash that. I want to make sure just all the like Oreo is out, but if anything, I can also just like squeeze it out, and we'll see. It's almost like when you're like changing colors for like, you know, what is it, like markers or whatever, like, you know, when you mix markers by accident and it's like, oh, okay, I used the yellow on black and now the yellow marker is black for at least, you know, a couple of swipes. Okay. Let me see. Oh, wow, my tip is very bent, too. I'm like, how did that happen? Okay. Okay. Let me grab some napkins. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm back. We're cleaning out this tip to make sure that there's no Oreos in it. Okay. Back at it again. Now we'll do the white. Okay, but we're gonna use another baggie. I hate that these are all like single use, but I will say I've used ones that are reusable and that also sucks. Like they're just not good to use. Like it's like the experience of using them is not fun. The experience of washing them is not fun. But yeah, I wish these weren't single use, but you know, can't be a savior for everything. Perfect. Okay. And now we'll do a little bit of white in here. Okay. How did crumbs from the cake float into here? Like what happened? We'll put them back in. Same thing we did last time. We'll open it up, plop it in. And again, we're just using this tip to help us like, get in there. To help us lay down the frosting or the buttercream from the beginning, and then we'll flatten it out with our spatula. I think that should be enough. I don't know. So obviously the crumb coat is going to be our thinnest layer of buttercream, again, just to seal in the crumbs. Okay. And I feel like you can attempt to do this without using a tip, but I feel like when you put too much pressure in it, the plastic of the baggie could rip, which is what you don't want to happen in case, you know, an accident of just like explosion happens. Hi, big guy. I'm doing well. I will say we kind of fucked up on our buttercream because I followed a recipe and made it too sweet. And I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have added all the sugar at once, but we're learning. This is a practice run for when I bake my cousin Tina's cake in a couple weeks for her birthday. So, you know, we live and learn. How are you doing today? Okay, so first things first, we'll do this one. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure at first. Let me sit down for this actually so I can get a better view. Because I guess the method we'll do is we'll give this an entire coat and then we'll do the little baby layer and then we'll put that on top. That's the move. You're doing okay. I'm glad. You're always doing all right, so I appreciate that. You know, I never want to hear that you're doing badly, you know? Okay, I'm gonna try to get some of these like extra crumbs out of here. Get these loose crumbs out of here, man. Don't make shit difficult for me. So I guess we'll just, you know, I'm gonna zigzag up and down. I'm afraid. I'm already afraid. And then we'll just spread it. Hopefully nice and thin. Hopefully nice and thin. Okay. All right, we'll see what happens. And we'll take our spatula and just start smoothing things out. Again, this one doesn't have to be super nice or anything because it is our creme coat. If anything, I even probably put too much on here, truthfully. Oh yeah, but it's okay. We can use it on our other one, on our other little baby tier, because we just want to lock in those crumbs. Because as you've seen, there's a lot of them, and they're trying to make my life difficult. Will the Oreo cake have ridges and say Oreo on it? Bruh, I think that's out of my artistic ability. We're lucky if I can just get this frosted. I will say, I think the real one, I want to see what I can do today, which probably won't be very much in terms of like decorative ability. But I think my cousin, she was like, oh, she became a BTS like ARMY stan because of me. So she was like, oh, well, if you want, we can do something like related to that, because basically her favorite member, J-Hope, is coming home from the military pretty much around her birthday, like, or at least when we're going to celebrate her birthday. So she was like, we could do something for that, because I joked saying like, okay, well, write Happy Hope coming on it, like J-Hope is coming home type of thing. So we'll see. Also, let me quickly just check a message I got. This part always looks therapeutic. Sorry about that. Let me answer a very quick work text message. Okay, noted. For more /updates. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about the intermission here. But no, but honestly though, the therapeutic part of it, this is what, like, watching people who like decorate cakes, I'm like, damn, that looks so fun. It looks like, you know, because they're so good at it, where they're just like, they just, you know, do the little turntable and they're like, look what everything I can do, or like, look at how I can draw things, or like, you know, people who decorate cookies and stuff, I'm like, damn, that was nice. That was good. All right, fam, I definitely put way too much frosting on here for a crumb coat, but great. We're gonna slap it on to this one over here. I got too excited. But basically the other thing, I want to make sure that I don't like dirty up this frosting. Or sorry, I don't want to use this frosting and dirty up the other frosting with crumbs, because this one has a fucking shit ton of crumbs in here. So, and I think my cakes are sliding. And we're trying our best. That's all we can do, right? Right, everybody? I'll have to clean it up. Especially when people like the cake, the professional cake people, they always be like, they just hold their like whatever, their like little lovely thing just like this, and they just like spin it around and it looks all extra perfect. And I'm like, damn, one day that could be me. Not today, but like one day. But then again, it's like there's a reason why they're like professionals, you know? Okay. I think we're doing okay. You know what kind of cakes I think are really pretty too? What they call naked cakes, where it's like, again, like semi-frosted. They're just not like, where you can like see the cake through it. I like that. Okay, I need like a bowl. Okay. I gotta stop. It's one of those things where it's like, I just keep going, like, can I make it neater? Can I make it neater? And it's like, girl, you don't have to. Cut it out. Just stop. Like, when are you done? Me, never. I'm done. I'll never be done unless you like make me be done, you know? Okay, one more around the river bend. Like, see a hole there. Okay, and that's not too bad. Now let me try and get some of the like edges. And obviously when we put like the main layer of icing of buttercream on it, it'll look better. All right, let me just shave some off the top where it's not fully needed. Okay, okay. We gotta leave it alone. We gotta leave it alone. You gotta leave it alone, I say, as I keep touching it. Like, no want to relax. What you doing, girl? What you doing? Okay, okay, this is the one. Okay. 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 You know what? All right, that's good-ish. We'll set that aside. We have our little one here that has 100 crumbs next to it. So we'll scoot those out of the way. Just focus on this one. Ugh. And work with what we got here. First of all, that's way too much on there. I don't know why I put all of it on here. Oh, less is more, I heard. Okay, now we'll do a crumb crow on here, and this one really needs it. They both need it, but this one really does. Like, this one is a fragile tear. Fragile tears, the ones I spill. Okay. And the sides. So I'm just gonna use, again, the frosting that I've already like dirtied in my little separate bowl here. My soiled frosting from all the crumbs. Okay. And then I'm gonna, basically when I'm done with this, I'm gonna chill it in the fridge for a little bit while I mix a different color for the rest of the frosting that we have. And I guess the method is like we put a lot on, then we just scrape it off. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Somewhere is where we are getting. Okay, I have a couple of exposed sides here. Let me get those. Again, for when I make the real cake, the tiers will be higher. So hopefully it'll be easier. Or maybe it'll make it harder. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, my arm's already getting tired. My arm, my brain. Okay. Okay, now we're at the part where, you know, you do a little too much. All right, all right. I can just see if there's some like little crumb holes, and I'm like, we need to patch that. We need to cover that right now. Okay, okay. We're close, we're close. And then obviously with it being chilled in the fridge, that'll really help solidify these crumbs in here. So then when we put the real frosting layer on, it'll look nice and neat. And everyone think we're I know, very talented cake decorators. Even though we're like amateurs at best, rookies. Okay. Okay, okay. I would say this is definitely not as nice as the other one, which also is not that nice either, but like, what are we gonna do? This one's also, this little baby tier also needed a lot more help. But okay, I guess we're done. Because if we're not done, then I'll be here for another like 20 minutes just trying to get it to look okay. All right, great. So then let's put this on top of here. Okay, we'll pull back. And this would be better if I had, again, I cannot find my offset spatula, but luckily this is a very tiny tier, so I can just get my spatula underneath it. Okay, and then we'll put her on top. Even though I just collected crumbs, I'm mad. Okay. Okay. Not too shabby. We'll try to scrape off some of the crumbs that I picked up by accident. And if not, that's why we'll have to fill it in with like something around the edge, you know? All right. This is what it looks like so far, a little baby cake. I'll put her in the fridge for a few. Nothing too crazy, but just a little bit of time while we mix some colors. Wow. And luckily I thought ahead and actually cleared my refrigerator, so I had a spot to put it. Okay. So that was that. Now let's clean up a little bit. You know how I feel about a messy kitchen. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. All right. So originally, I think I want to try something kind of crazy, which was like, let's do some fun colors and stuff. Again, the cake isn't super tall, so I can't do a ton of like cool designs on it or anything, but I think the least I can do is I want to try something with 2 colors. Let me see, I have I have 3 more pastry bags too in this pack. So I can do, let me grab something. Because I think, again, I think I'm going to do it, what is it going to say? The theme, I think, will be Mong, who is J-Hope's BT21 character, like his little stuffed animal character. And those colors are usually blue and purple, so I think we'll do that. But maybe I'll do a blue cake with like purple accents or something. I don't know. That might be the best bet. So I think maybe the cake will be purple and then blue will be like accent color, I guess. Yeah, I'm like kind of afraid. I'm like, well, how much do I need? I don't know. Let me squeeze whatever is out of here, which isn't a much, but I think I will do. We'll make do. We always do. Okay, so I'll dye the little bit in here. We'll dye that blue, and we'll dye this one purple. We will clean up what we can here. And then when we're done with that, we will start decorating the final cake. And then we can actually cut it open and see what it tastes like. I already know it's gonna be too sweet, but you know, aside from that. Okay, let's grab some gel food coloring. Okay, I have blue and purple. So we'll do purple in here, blue in this little one. And I actually have some fun tips too, like fun, not fun tips like, ooh, hacks. But rather, I have a couple of other tips for my frosting that I would like to test out. Okay. So I have purple, which I'm just using a toothpick to like drop some in here. I don't know how much to use. Okay, we'll see what happens when we mix it up. I will say this is definitely like violet purple, like not like, it's not as light as I thought, or like bright as I thought it would be. So I might try to add a little bit of pink to it. Let me add a little bit more. But I will show you in a moment what it really looks like after I add a bit more. Now one gel glob in there. And then we'll do a little bit of pink, which I had a feeling you might need. So I did bring that up as well. Use a different toothpick for that. Oh, she is definitely jelly. This feels more like gel food coloring. I feel like the other one like separated a bit. Okay, let's fold the color in and see what we get and, you know, hope for the best like we always do. Okay, this is definitely looking better. And I'm trying to just fold it because I don't want to knock out too much air. Okay, okay, this is definitely looking better. Still purple, but it's a brighter purple. You know, it's a little warmer with the pink into it. And it's actually a very nice shade, if I do say so myself. I think it could be, it's a little pinkish, but you know, whatever. Whatever. I think she's gonna look good either way. My only worry at this point is whether or not this is gonna be enough to cover the cake. Because I will say some of our crumb coats were a little thick, but that's because there's a lot of motherfucking crumbs, okay? If there weren't so many damn crumbs, I wouldn't have had to make it so thick. Okay. And let me show you the color. Look at that. She's nice, huh? Might be a little hard to tell because of the lighting, but like, that's okay. I know you guys trust me. I know you trust me, right? And then we have another little spatula for the blue. And we'll see what kind of blue this comes out as. This one says royal blue on the little cap. So hopefully it is indeed a royal blue color, or like, you know, a fun sky blue or something. Like, we just want it to be not too like primary color blue. Let's see. It's looking a little primary. Let's see. Okay, nope, we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. We're making a wait till progress. I want to say I also have a different color blue too. I think it's like, I don't think it's neon or whatever, but I have a different brand of gel food coloring, but it's in little tubes that look exactly like regular water-based food coloring, so I'm like, I don't know if I trust it. Let's see. Come on. Get in there, food coloring. Come on. It's looking like a pretty blue wave. Like marbled right now. And when she's fully mixed, I'll show you her up close. She's pretty though. I will say, I think she's a little cool, but like not the worst. She could be worse. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think I may have even added a little bit too much. But I think she looks nice. I think she's a nice color in general, but I don't think this was the color I was looking for. A little warmer and a little lighter is probably what I would have wanted, but like, you know, she's still a pretty color though. Okay. All right, we have our two colors. Woohoo. Oh, wow. And my hands are lots of colors as well. Okay. So then let's look at what we have here. So I have a few piping tips here. This looks like big fluffy flower thingies. I have ones that make stars. This is just a tiny one, which I think would be good for writing. Let's see. Yeah, I think that would be, oops, dropped it. I think this one would be good just to like write like happy birthday on it or something. Ooh, this one makes little stars too. Okay. I want to see what they all do, but that's why it'd be great if I had a coupler, but I don't right now. Okay. Let me grab the cakes. Again, typically you would wait much longer, but like, you know, again, this is just practice. I typically give it hours, but you know, we ain't got hours here. Oh shit, before I knock everything down, let me scrape away some of this frosting here that's like left on. Let me scrape away what I can. Okay. Not too shabby. All right. We're hanging out here. So the idea is we're going to cover everything with the purple frosting, right? And then we'll do some little accents with the blue frosting. But you know what I want to do as well? So we don't forget, we also have our Oreo crumbs here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the Oreo crumbs around the outside later, like around the outside rims of each, just so, you know, to cover up some parts where I fucked up. But also, I think I want to cut maybe a couple Oreos and just put like 4 squares here. Not 4 squares. I want to cut 2 Oreos and put 4 halves on the top, I think, too. Yeah. We'll try something. Will that work? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. That's what today's about. We'll see. And again, I can't wait to share what the real one looks like. Ouch. So I think I will be making the real one, I think on the 16th or 17th or whatever. And then we're going to use it, or like, no, it'll be celebrated with on that weekend, which is what, the 17th, 18th or something. But yeah. Okay, let me clean that piping tip one more time. I don't even know when I got all these piping tips. Like, again, I didn't, my sister likes to bake too. Like, she likes to decorate cakes and like stuff like that too. She's been on a cookie kick as well. She was really good with fondant. She did a lot of stuff with fondant at one point. Okay, so I guess this must have been when. All righty. We have another clean tip. Okay. I'm gonna dry her off. And then my garbage bowl. Alrighty. So let's do, this is where I could really use a coupler. I think I'll use the main tip. Actually. I don't know. I'm a little unsure now what I should do. Because wouldn't it be cool? Actually, you know what? Nah, I can't be thinking about things that are cool because I don't know. I ain't got any skills. And also, there's not a lot of space on the cake, so I gotta like simplify. What up, baby Lucci? How you doing? It's okay. You don't need to be late. I know I'm not in everyone's time zone, and also, this is kind of an earlier stream for me. But yeah, so all good. We're just here decorating cake, or I'm practicing before I bake my cousin's birthday cake in a couple weeks, or just practicing different techniques because I've never really done anything. So we're trying our best. That's all we can do, right? Because I think. So I have this tip here, which kind of looks like, I don't know, there's a bunch of cutouts in it, but I think I'll do like 4. No, if I do 4 cookie halves, then I can get in like the little spots around it. I'll just make some like nice little, I don't know, roses or whatever, little plops or something. I don't know. And then I think on the sides, this is so hard. Yeah, let's just not make things crazy, you know? Like, we don't need to complicate things. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this first bag with our main circular tip here. And we'll just put the purple in it, and we'll do the base layer. That cake looks yum. I'm glad you think so. So I will say the cake itself is a box mix because, that's not the purpose of my practicing today. But it is the Duncan Hines German chocolate or something. And it's also a dairy-free cake. That's the other caveat of me making a cake for my cousin's birthday is that she's dairy-free. So I would like to make a dairy-free cake for her. And the internet told me, and the internet doesn't lie, that there's a few Duncan Hines mixes that are dairy-free, including this one. So I hope they're right. And if they're not right, I guess everyone who is, lactose intolerant might be shitting themselves or whatever. And you know what? That's okay. Okay, we're gonna plop this in here. Okay. Wow. Okay, turns out I didn't mix some of the food coloring in as nicely as I thought I did. Okay. Huh. Get in there. Okay. We got this, fam. We got this. You better keep that cake secured, safe. I'm gonna eat it all. Honestly, there's a lot of cutoffs for you to eat. You can eat all of those. You can eat all of this cake, but when I make the other one, the real one, the one I'm practicing for, that one, unfortunately, will not be able to be eaten unless you're at her birthday party. Okay, so let's just do what we did last time, where we actually will go around the edge like this, right? I'm trying to give it even pressure, but from what I can see, it ain't happening. Just so that when I spread it, it'll be, even-ish. We'll see. You know what I think I was supposed to do? Let me write that down as a note too. I probably was supposed to do both layers separately before adding it on top of the other. Like I should have done each cake individually. Am I dumb or am I dumb, man? Like I shouldn't have stacked them on top of each other before doing the original base purple layers too. But, you live, you learn, right? I'm living and I'm learning, guys. Okay. Then we'll add some more purple in. Free cake, let's go. You already know. I'll be baking the free cake. I'll be making free cookies. Sometimes I make actual meals too. Like, I do enjoy the artistry of the kitchen every once in a while. Okay. That was a big air bubble. Okay. Now we have a big old purple mess of a mountain here. I will say, it might not look that purple to you guys, but I'll bring it up when I can. And now we're just gonna do our thing. We're gonna try to make sure that all the white from our crumb coat is covered. I might need to sit down for this. We'll see. I'm trying to be very careful not to, mess up any of our white frosting. I'm like afraid, guys. Okay, we're making a little bit of progress on the sides. Moving up, but we have to move up. Okay. Damn, it's a little rough out here. That's okay. And we're trying our best, people. And also, I didn't really leave the cake refrigerated as long as it should, You should typically leave it in for like hours, but I'm lazy. Okay, some of it's looking smooth-ish. That's good. Last time I tried to cook, well, technically I was only trying to make instant ramen, and I burnt my hand. Oh shit, after that I never stepped inside the kitchen. You know what? I have a cousin who has a story about that, about burning herself from like hot water from instant noodles too. So you know what? I get it. It's probably just like traumatizing. But I wouldn't say it should make you never step in the kitchen again. But maybe it should just make you a little more mindful. I think people forget sometimes how hot things are. Like even with tea and stuff, I'm like, ooh, wow, that was really hot. And like, I think I said this on a different stream earlier this week, I think, where I was like, I was having hot tea, but I was like, holy shit, it was so hot that I just went blah. I did not know what to do. Don't give up on the kitchen, man. Promise, it's not the enemy. The kitchen is not the enemy. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. We're not gonna lie. We're looking a little questionable here, but it's okay. It's okay. It's the process, guys. Right? We're trusting the process. I wouldn't say this is a great process, but we're gonna trust it. Okay. Got a little bit more to go. Okay. All right, I'm like focusing right now. Okay. I think we've got something. I will say some of it looks like a lot though. I'm like, I definitely need to carve some of this off for sure. Oh yeah. And then the second tier. Again, I should have done the second tier separately. I don't know why I put it on right away. Like, patience, girl, patience. Okay. But we're not looking the worst. We're not looking the best, but it's not the worst. So, I mean, I feel like I'm glad I'm doing a practice run though, because, you know, I'm lazy. So I'm like, I don't want to do a test try. I just want to do it like, you know, when it's time that we're going to need it. But alas, then there are things I wouldn't be prepared for. Like, hello, how unfortunately sweet I made the frosting. A bummer. The size of the cake that I'm doing, you know, the like recipe stuff, the colors, like, it's good to test things, and I'm learning that. I wouldn't burn my hand if only that stupid ass flying cockroach didn't startle me. Not a flying cockroach. Not a cockroach, period. But a flying one? Nah. I don't like that. Not at all. How you gonna be a cockroach and be flying? Like, hello, pick a fatal, like, you know, scary element, you know? This is a little rude of you. It's like, how's someone gonna be rich and hot? Like, what the hell, man? You can't just be attractive and poor, or, you know, or rich and ugly. Like, you have to be rich and hot. It's like the opposite for the cockroach. You gotta be a cockroach and you have to fly? Like, come on. Or like, you know, it's like, or if you have like, imagine if you had a flying centipede. Like, you have to have 100 legs and you have to be able to fly. Come on, that's not fair. Okay. We look like we're generally covered, besides some of the seams where like the one cake meets the other. But our ingenious plan for that is that we're just going to cover that part with the Oreo crumbs anyway. Okay, so let me try to smooth shit out. Guess we'll start on the bottom. And they always hold this, like they hold their little knifey thingy on the side and just kind of, you know, smooth away as they turn their turntable. Look at me, I'm so professional now. I'm saying this like I'm making fun of it, but like, nah, this is actually what they do, and it's working pretty well. The problem is that my cake is just not level across the sides. Like, I think there was a bit of leaning, so I don't think it's gonna work out as well for me, but that's okay. Yeah, like right here, I can see it. What the heck? I just cut in, like skid my actual cake, not just the frosting off. Okay. Whoa, scary. See, this is why I get it now. I was like, yeah, I was supposed to not do it this way. I'll wait till, because now I can't like get the frosting off the second layer very well, or the top part of my first layer. Okay, well, again, a note for me to make later. Like, wow, look at this much frosting here. That's a lot that we don't need. I don't want to drown this cake in frosting. That is not my style. Okay. Shit. I also don't need to be so aggressive with the bowl. It didn't do anything to me. It is not the bowl of frosting's fault that I'm a bad froster. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna try very hard to keep things nice and neat. Keeping it nice and neat. All right. I like can't breathe. I'm also very thirsty. I feel like I've been focusing so hard and like low-key like nervous about like it happening, about like, you know, just like trying to do this. Or I'm like, okay, is it gonna look all right? Am I capable? It's like, barely. Capable, yes, but like again, barely. Let me have a sip of water. Okay. Okay. And then, okay. This cake is definitely not like level, which I've already mentioned, but you know, that's okay. It's a Leaning Tower of Pisa. She's leaning with it, rocking with it, you know. She old school like that. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. She's not the smoothest, but like she's not the lumpiest, you know? We're very much like Goldilocks. Except we're not just right, we're just somewhere in between. Okay. We're gonna stop fucking up the bottom layer, and we're just gonna fuck up the top layer now. Our mini top layer. Shoot. Again, our top layer was the one that had the most needs when we were crumb coating her because she was crummy. She was having a crummy day. Just like all of us. Sometimes we just have crummy days, you know? Okay. We're working on it. We're working on her. She's doing better. Not the best, but better. Just like all of us, right? Okay. The cake looks really good, not gonna lie. Oh, I appreciate the kind words. Cause sometimes I'm not sure. I don't know if you're just being nice, but I don't really care. I'll take it. Got it. Okay. Ready? All right. Okay. Okay. She's purple. Okay. There's a couple little places where I need to patch it up. I'm not even gonna lie though. Some of it I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm pulling off some of the crumb coat that's white, which is true. But some of it's also like, wait a second. The powdered sugar that I didn't sift, I can see that that's a little clumpy now. And then part of it's also like, oh, it turns out I didn't actually mix the food coloring in that nicely. So it looks a little dark in some places where I'm like, okay, well, it's a little streaky. I can like see some of the streaks. I'm like, okay, well, better luck next time. Okay. Let me clear this as best I can. I see a little spot that needs some assistance. Alrighty. Okay, I feel like the bottom layer is the best we can do. But, you know, take that however you will. The best is, you know, the best is subjective, right? Shoot. Again, this is one of these where it's like you just gotta stop touching it sometimes. And it's like, I can't. I think I can make it better every time. And it's like, girl, no, you can't. Like, you really can't. You're actually incapable of making it better, so stop fucking it up. Okay, and now the top, which I think the top looks actually not that bad. There's definitely, again, it's a little clumpy. I can see some of the clumps. All right, so proven now that we're definitely gonna have to do, we're gonna have to sift the sugar. We're gonna have to use less sugar and also sift it when we make the actual cake. And this is why we gotta practice. You don't win no championships by not practicing. Ain't that right? Okay. So we're gonna whoop, whoop, whoop. Man, okay. Again, she's something. I wouldn't say she's my best work, but I haven't really done very much work in a while, like this type of stuff. So I'm okay with that. I will say my shoulder is like, is she a little sore though? I think I'm just tense. Okay. Okay, let me get nice clean line. Okay, I fucked that part up. Okay, you guys didn't see anything. You probably didn't actually see anything, but I literally wiped, I like swiped too hard and it just like picked up part of the cake. Like it exposed it, you know? But okay, I think we're not too bad. Again, I don't think this is like the greatest, but it's like not the worst thing I've ever seen. Thankfully. Okay. Yay, that was something. Okay. So I think the best thing we could do is give this a moment in the refrigerator to like solidify up for a hot second, and then we can try our blue frosting. And now we can sit here and just take a little break. My crafty girly. Oh, hi, Linda. Nice to see you, sis. Oh, my arm hurts. How you doing? It's nice to see you. I assume you're working. Or do you have like some time to yourself right now? Okay. While the cake's in there, kind of chilling, hopefully solidifying-ish, taking a brain break. Girl, everyone needs one of those. I'm sure your brain is full of a lot of things, whether it's like work stuff, wedding stuff, or whatever. So I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, that's there. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use probably none of these tips. We're gonna make, what should we do? You know what I think we might do? I think I'm gonna grab a little sandwich zip bag or something too. Because I kind of want to do something fun too with my tips. Okay, so I have a little baby star tip and I have like the big star tip and I have a flower tip too. But I think maybe we can try to do like a little like streamer loop thingy with maybe a little like star. I don't know, we'll see. I love finding your streams midday. I'm glad. I hope that they bring your workday a little bit of, you know, a little bit of light to it. I'm sure it's a nice way to break up your day, I'm sure. What's the inspo? So, Tina is inviting a couple of us to was it Vermont or New Hampshire? No, to like a cabin in wherever type of thing. And I said that I would love to make her birthday cake for her. Mainly because I just wanted to decorate one because, you know, I'd be watching these like TikToks and shit of everyone doing those like, you know, those vintage cakes or whatever the heck it's called. So I'm like, yeah, I want to try it. Like, I just want to do it, but I don't have any reason to. Like, why would I just like decorate the cake? You know what I mean? Like, for fun. Why would I do that? Like, who's gonna eat it? So that's what I'm like practicing for. And we're learning a lot. I made the buttercream and it's way too sweet, and I've complained about it for the past 2 hours. So that's kind of a bummer, but you know, be what it be. But again, this is why we're practicing the process to learn. Oh shit. I don't want to blame anyone for distracting me, but I meant to put one of these tips in here. Okay, what are we gonna do? Okay, we're gonna put it into the other side, and we're gonna. Okay, so we're gonna. God, okay. Should we put the star tip in here or the little baby writing tip? Like what? I only have 2 baggies and I need one to put the star tip on. And this is why I really wish I found my coupler, but I don't know where it is. But anyway, point being, let's put the little writing one in here, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We're rolling with the punches. Okay, so we're gonna try to sneak it into this corner of this little baggie, and hopefully all will be well. And then we'll try to shove all the frosting back the other way onto the other side. And like doing it this way is fine, like when in these little sandwich baggies, but the problem is that like the plastic on some of them are just really thin, including the one I'm using, which is why I don't love it. Like having the actual icing bags is better because it's much thicker. So it's like, if you push really hard, you probably won't bust it open, but on one of these, I definitely can. But yeah, so anyway, it's an Oreo cake, but we're also doing it somewhat BTS related from Tina's request, actually. So, you know, that's just not just a me thingy. That's a her thing too. But yes, that's what we're gonna try. So again, we'll see. But like her favorite members, like the stuffed animal character that he created, it's blue and purplish. So I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Okay, so we look a little crazy right here, like if you can see that. But we're gonna try something. Like, let me see if I can try to write anything. Okay, not the worst. Again, not the best, which is a theme of today. Not the best, but not the worst. Here it is. Can you see that? A little something. Okay, so we'll hang on to this to do a little bit of like little loops. Okay. We're trying things. I'm gonna wipe that off here. That was literally just to practice to see how to use that tip. And then we can put the rest of this it does not too much, but a little bit of the blue with the star tip in the bottom. See how we put the tip in there first? That's what we're supposed to do. Okay, ouch. Okay. And then we'll put the rest of the blue in here. Ooh. Then we'll see how the stars come out. I don't know, man. Like, I am no expert when it comes to this stuff. I'm a serial hobbyist and a serial just like amateur. You know? I know I can do a little bit of a lot, but I can't do I can do a lot of a little. You know? Ugh, my eyes. My eyes. Okay. We'll push all this through. Okay. And we'll try to see what that looks like. Oh, Okay. They look like, I don't know how to explain other than those little candies that look like this. I don't know. I'll show you guys. Right? Little mini star tippy thingies. Right? I don't know if you can see anything, but that's what it looks like. Especially with the lights on it too. But that's what it looks like. I don't know. Something. And I feel like, oh my God, my hands are blue from like the food coloring. But they're cute. I would do now. I'm like, I wish they were bigger. But like, whatever. Whatever. This is all just practice. It's fine. No need, you know, to make a big deal out of it. Just be chill, Nils. Be chill. So maybe, But yeah, so I'm thinking something like that along one of the sides, maybe. I don't know. But that is the idea. That's the idea. And then what do? We need, oh yeah, we need to put the purple in another big old bag so we can put another tip on there. Here it is. I just have a whole bunch of mess everywhere. Like, let me get my shit organized. Put the blue ones in here. We'll do purple in here, but also let me squeeze the rest of this out because we shouldn't need any more of this. The one that's in this bag, it should be good. And then, ugh. Those are cute. Thank you, sister. I hope so. I hope it ends up being cute. Again, this is all just practice, so it doesn't really, you know, this cake doesn't really matter, but I hope the real one looks good. And I'm hoping, again, that's definitely one that I will not be doing like on stream or anything. Oh shit, I just put my bag onto my practice. But hopefully it comes out nice enough where I want to take pictures and actually show people, you know? It's like, if it comes out badly, I'm sure we'll still eat it, but I probably won't take any pictures of it to show anyone. And a little more, didn't cut that enough. Okay, and then we'll put some more purple in here, and then we can do this shape. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. We had plenty of frosting for this. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay, yeah, so then we can do something, yeah, like this on the top. Oh, you guys can see that, but because it's bigger. But yeah, so we'll do that on the top of the cake, I think. Like the little purple thingies. That is the plan. So we'll see how that goes. Let's bring out the cake. Again, during the real cake baking time, I'll give it much more time to like chill and stuff in the fridge, freezer or something. But for now, this is good enough. This is why I'm always like, damn, how are these people who are expected to make like these big show-stopping cakes and stuff on Great British Baker or whatever? Like, what do you mean? How are they gonna make these extravagant cakes in like 4 hours or whatever? Like, how do you have enough time to let anything chill? Okay. Or it's like, how do you let your bread proof? So now, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Okay. I'm like worried. I'm scared. Oh, you know what'd be good too? I wonder. Because I want to put Oreo crumbs around the outside edge to kind of clean them up, make them look kind of nice, you know? So I wonder, should we like do a fake out and like pipe that on too? In the sense of just like, you know, help the Oreos have a trail to follow. Just let me pull out another little baggie. And I would like to point out, I do recognize that this is a lot of plastic. When I worked at the bakery, they always kept their cakes pre-made literally a week in advance because frosting takes forever to set. Yeah, it do take forever. Or it's just like, again, when you're trying to decorate things too, and you'll see how people are able to like, if they mess up, they'll like scoop it off or kind of just like scrape it off. And it's like, yeah, if I try to do that on this, bro, every single color is gonna mix. Let me get a spoon. I'm like, what if I had a straw? Would that be better? Or like, should I just spoon it along? I don't know. I don't know, fam. Ugh. Like, what is the move? Again, it doesn't really matter that much today, but like, you know, I guess. Okay, for the bottom, it shouldn't be that hard. I'll spoon it along it and then just like push it. Oh yeah, look at that. Something. Okay, I'll move that out of here too. Oh my God. There's frosting everywhere. There's crumbs everywhere. There's shit everywhere, fam. And then we'll pour it along the sides and just kind of guide it along the bottom, yeah? Oh yeah, this is looking kind of cute actually. Again, the frosting work isn't great from the actual frosting itself being too sweet and the sugar not being sifted through and just like the technique of frosting it, but you know, we're making a little progress. Okay. Okay. Something like that. Okay, not too bad. I know people are able to just like pick it up and put it on with their hand, but like, fam, I can't do that. I'm gonna get frosting all over my hand. I already know. I already know because I moved my little parchment paper here to help scrape them in and just like flew up on the cake. So, you know, you gotta do it slow and steady, the turtle way. Okay. But I will say, I do like the Oreo around the outside. That looks nice. And I will say, this is when I'm like, damn, this shit is gonna be really sweet. But now, again, now I know. I've learned what we have to do. And you know what's crazy? This happened to me one time. I was at my cousin's house and we were making macaroons and like French macaroons or whatever. And we made Oreo kind, and that also happened to like the filling. The recipe we followed, the filling with the Oreo, like whatever they wanted to do with it, was also way too friggin' sweet. Okay. Fucking knew it. Okay, that's okay. It's a sweet treat. Okay, I feel like I'm not sure like how high I should go with some of the Oreo crumbs, you know, like, But I kind of like it being different heights. Is this the test cake? It is indeed a test cake. This is not the real thing. The real thing should be higher with more levels, and hopefully it'll just like taste better in general. But this is just we're testing some things out. Testing the process to make sure that, like, you know, when I do make my friend's birthday or my cousin's birthday cake, that, like, you know, it's not my first rodeo. It's my second, you know. I have a little bit of practice. Got a couple of reps in. I guess that's like something on the bottom here. It's not like the best, but again, not the best, not the worst. It's not the best of times, but it's not the worst of times. So I guess we aight, right? But yeah, I kind of like the like organic look of it being like not, you know, not all the same height and stuff. Like not necessarily like following a pattern either. It's not like a up and down thing. It's just kind of a whatever happened, you know? It's big. Who's eating all this test cake? It's not that big. I will say it's, you know, I don't know. I actually don't know who's going to eat it. Honestly, I might have to call up some of my friends and be like, yo, who wants this? There's also just like leftover cake around. And I already know my parents will think it's too sweet already. If I think it's too sweet, they'll think it's too sweet. But luckily there's some cutoffs of just the cake itself that are available for my family to eat. But this is just, I have no idea. I don't know. If anyone I know would like a piece, please feel free. Feel free. Okay, that's cute. All right, guys? That's kind of cute. The bottom looks nice. Can you see that? All right. I know you guys can like see it there, but like, right? Okay. And I would like to do it along this corner around like this seam as well. But you know, I don't know, man. Working with crumbs and doing that, like, come on. I get it why people will do a little border with like the frosting and stuff, but like doing it with crumbs, that's just gonna get everywhere. Looking good. Thanks, man. Okay. So then what should we try to do? I don't know. Originally, I was gonna do like, I have my little test plate over here of like trying to do like, you know, those little loops. So maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll just try to do loops on. All right, we might have to like focus here. Focus. Oh God, this already looks hard. Oh my God, there's not enough space here. I'm gonna knock something over. Oh God, this is like not. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but this is already looking scary. Oh. Okay, well. All right, guys. This might not be the move. I don't know. Okay. This is what happens when you use a sandwich bag and not a nice actual like icing bag. The tip that I put in here just got lost inside here in the frosting. So we're maybe not going to do that then. We'll pivot. We shall pivot. And okay, we will do something here. We're just going to wing it and see what happens. I'm holding my breath. Are you? Okay. Okay, well, that was interesting. I tried to do like, you know, like the ribbon thingies, like the streamer type thing. And it didn't not work, but it didn't like, it doesn't look great, you know? Doesn't look terrible, but doesn't look great. And also it's definitely not even in terms of like, the peaks and the valleys. That's because I panicked. And I was like, what time? I know, like, I feel like I didn't time it properly. I was like, I should have counted like how much is a 1 spin, 2 spins, but I didn't. So that's okay. But we'd have something. And it looks like there was some attempt at something. Then we're gonna try it again at the top. Okay. Oh God. No, I gotta get. I gotta get down on my knees one more time. Maybe I'll do it directly at the top. 1, 2. Oh, that was scary. 3. Oh shit, that was too long. 4. 5. Wow. Whew. That's crazy. I'll show it to you guys in just a second. That's something. Okay. Now my second thing I want to do for decorative things is I wanted to do. Oh, okay, this looks nicer and easier. Okay, yeah. All right. Right, guys? Okay. So this is what it looks like already. The top looks pretty nice. I don't know if you can see that, right? And then, oh, I don't know. So I tried to do my little ribbons around the edges, and they came out not that great, but like, you know, could be worse. They're not super even or anything. So depending on which way you look at the cake, just, you know, close your eyes, okay? Or like take your pictures from the right angles. But the other thing I wanted to do, so I'm gonna try to put the Oreo crumbs around the edge of this one, and then I wanted to do Oreo halves somewhere too. So I don't know. Okay, whatever. This is just practice and testing shit out anyway, so let's just like do whatever. Let me see, I can do, I don't know if I should put the Oreos in the parts that are like don't have the little flour, or should I do it? Because otherwise it'll be in the center where the little blue knobs are, I guess. Knobs? I don't know. Put the cake in a corner. And then what? Nobody puts my cake in a corner. Okay, what should we do? Let me get a little baby knife and we can cut these Oreos in half. Hide the bad sides. Ah, I see. The problem is I think that the bad sides are every side. Like, there's not only one bad side, bro. There's too many. You are allowed to, Facetune, Photoshop, AIFI this cake. Oh, one of the little streamers fell. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's fine. This is the back right now. But yeah, but it would be something like this, I think. Again, some things might change here and there, but this is the general possibility. Like, so I have a half Oreo here where it's like, should I put this like here? Right? 1, 2. Okay. And obviously, and the cake that I'm gonna make is gonna be bigger, and again, I'm gonna give it a lot more time to like set and stuff too. So we'll see. Oh, I just broke that Oreo. I wasn't patient. My brain breaks over. Talk to you soon. Looks good. Just chill. Jill your buttercream a day in advance. Love you. Love you too. Thanks for coming to hang. And thank you for the advice. Okay, and then we need one more. Okay. Come on. Okay. Right? It's gonna be something like that. Okay. Okay, not too shabby. Again, on the real cake, I think the top tier, I feel like the top tier will be, will have more space, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Because I guess I'm not sure now if the top tier is gonna be like, how big it's gonna be and stuff. Because I don't know if there'll be any room to like write anything on it and whatnot. And if not, that's fine. But I just don't know what I'll do for it. I don't know if I should do like a sign or something. But okay, I think we're almost done. I just have to put the crumbs on the bottom part. Oh, scary. I have to go slow and steady, okay? Slow. I just don't want it to get too all over the like second, like the first tier. So we're gonna go slow and steady. I say I want to speed through everything. I'm like, if I could just like tilt my cake sideways so I don't have to like do it on the side. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, well, I'm not really sure if it's gonna get onto the seam. It's looking more like directly onto the bottom layer, which, you know, is not a bad thing. It's just not the best thing. So we're gonna have to just roll with the punches, and we have lots of crumbs anyway. So let's just lean in. You know, sometimes you gotta lean in. What is it? What's Bob Ross always say? No mistakes, happy little accidents. This is, I wouldn't say, I feel like this whole cake was like a big accident. Not really a little one. Happy, sure, but just not like, you know. I do wonder what could be like the method. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I think I might have just use my fingers and just tap it in. Just so I don't get as much like spillage, you know? I'm like, or maybe like, you know those like eyedropper, like an eyedropper or a syringe, but like a one that's like not obviously little, one with a bigger opening. Okay, we're looking all right. That's what I think would be the best, because then almost in the way that I'm like piping stuff, I can also just like use the syringe to maybe pour out some of those crumbs in the places where I want it to go. Does that make any sense? Hopefully. Okay. Okay. And again, my tiers will be taller too, so there'll be like less room for them touching each other, like all the decorative elements. But yeah, that's something. Okay, we're getting real messy back here. But you know, that's the way it be. If I like, maybe I should clean up the outside crumbs. To make it look a little cleaner. Let me see. Okay. All right. There we go. There she is. That is my Oreo cake. That's Hmong color themed, Hmong from BT21. I think what I would do for the real one is I think I want to try to mold him out of fondant and like Rice Krispie treats or something. But there we go. I mean, it's all right. Let me see if I can lean her up to see you. Yeah, I don't know. This way? Before it all slides down, you know? Right? Not too shabby. But yeah, this is my cake. Wow. I would take a picture of it, but you guys are on my phone. So I guess I will not be doing that. But it's all good. Let me try to move it back a little bit. I know what's better for like the camera. Right? It's like I wanna, I'm having a good time just spinning it around. All right, let me show you guys like top view. I think. Let me move you guys closer. Like that. All right. And then you'll be able to see. All right, doesn't she look okay? Give her a nice little spin with the Oreos. All right, she looks all right. That. Sorry about the shake. But yeah, there she is. Now I'm ready to fucking cut her up and have a bite. Let me grab a knife. Okay, perfect. And let me get a fork. Oh, I'll grab a spoon. Whichever one's closer. Got it. All right, awesome. Let's cut into her. Happy cake cutting, Nils. What we should do? Should you see the top? We'll do a small piece on the top. Perfect. We have just a little top piece. There she is. And we'll give her a tasty taste. So, review time. I think, again, I've already mentioned it about 85 times. Not enough too sweet. Anyways. And so I followed one recipe that was like, oh, if you want to make like, you know, dairy-free buttercream, blah, 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 you should add a little coconut milk. So I did do that, especially because I was hoping that the coconut milk would, like, you know, would take away from some of the sweetness. And I'm gonna tell you, again, like, let me finish this as I'm munching away. I think it may have evened out some of the sweetness by like some of the coconut flavors in there. I'm not crazy about that. I don't hate it, but I'm not crazy about it. Yeah, I feel like even at its level of sweetness, that like if there was just less of it, maybe that'd be better. But again, the next time I try the cake, next time I bake this cake, it will not be this sweet. Like the frosting will not be this sweet. But anyway, again, this is why we had to do this, right? This was the whole point. A learning curve, a learning lesson. And I'll show you, oh, I didn't even show you like the inside cut here. Yeah, because you know we put the Oreo frosting on the inside, but that's what it looks like when it's cut up. I feel like coconut milk would add to the sweetness. Yeah, it was. I think because basically the butter that's in the buttercream, because it's like vegan, it's not as like, I guess, it doesn't like fluff the same way. Almost like, you know, if you make fresh whipped cream with a non-dairy equivalent, sometimes it doesn't like foam up the same way. The internet said that maybe coconut milk would help with that. And I don't know if it did or not. I feel like, again, I feel like the sweetness is definitely less concentrated, but I do think it's still way too sweet, but you know, it'd be what it'd be. Yeah, I feel like with this cake specifically too, it's like if there was just a thin layer of the icing or of the frosting in general with this cake as it is right now, it'd be okay. But I think because there's just like, you know, for the decorative purpose of it, there's a lot. But definitely a treat though. Well, yeah, so off that. I think the cake in general is pretty good though. So yeah. A few tweaks here and there, but not too shabby. I will say, despite my like shortcomings with this cake, I'm still pretty proud of myself for it though. You know, again, I don't really do any of this shit, so like for it being like a homemade kind of like first-ish time cake, I think it's okay. Or first time in a long time anyway. Not too shabby. Oh, let me clean myself up very quickly. There's a lot to clean in this kitchen today. There usually is, but there's a lot today. All right. Well, that was my stream today. I appreciate you guys hanging out while I, you know, experimented and did this. Again, I don't think I will stream the actual cake making for like the real one, just because I gotta focus on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't be here to like chill and stuff. I gotta be lasered in. But I will take some pictures, assuming it comes out good, so I can share with you guys on a different stream. I think I might be back a little later today on. I thought I was gonna be on yesterday, but I wasn't. So I think I might come on later today. I played a game 2 days ago that I basically rage quit because I was annoyed and it was like glitching on me. Oh, excuse me. That was a big burp. Holy shit. So I think I'll finish that. And I've been playing just a few rounds of like, I want to play a few rounds of like Fortnite and Fall Guys and stuff too, just because some of my IRL friends are playing Fortnite, and I was like, okay. And I joined them yesterday, and I was like, I don't really play, so like I don't fucking know what to do. Like I'm terrible. So it's like maybe I'll get a few rounds in. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe I'll see you later tonight, and if not, let's say Thursday. I probably won't be back until sometime next week, maybe Sunday at the earliest. And next week's gonna be a tough week for me to stream just because I'm working every single day. So we shall see. But anyway, I appreciate you spending time with me today. You know, I think everyone's time is really valuable, so I appreciate the fact that some of you guys want to hang out with me for a little bit. But anyway, I will see you hopefully soon, okay? I hope everyone has a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. And I will see you next time. Thank you. See you.